I'm Susan Kramer, and 6 years ago, I founded Susan Kramer Consulting. That was after I'd been in the nonprofit sector for 25 years. And I like to say that I help the do-gooders of the world do more good. That's the tagline. I'm helping the do-gooders of the world do more good. I feel really grateful to be able to work in this lane. And the art and science of fundraising is what I teach. It's my teachable platform. And the first three letters of fundraising are fun. So you got to have fun. And that's what we're doing. So many times that I work with nonprofits, they will think that because a person is wealthy, they're your prospect. And if you can sell, tell, and convince them with a strong enough argument, then they will give you money. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. You know, wealthy does not equal giving you money. So, and sell, tell, and convince will get a transactional gift, not a transformational gift. What we're looking to do is align the donor's passions with the actions of the nonprofit. And when you're looking to grow your pipeline, one of the first places to look is gave some year, not this year. And if you're looking at your some year, not this year list, and you're looking at it every year, you're going to find your next major donor is hiding in plain sight right in front of you. And I have found a way to sort of reverse engineer the Impala platform so that I can find those donors who gave a prior year, not at capacity often, and encourage my clients to reach out to those program officers or principals at the foundation to cultivate them for a new gift, a renewed gift, a transactional gift. There are dozens of these type of foundation donors inside your database, dozens. So like I say, your next major donor is hiding in plain sight. And I can use Impala to show you how I do this reverse engineering, what I have discovered, and how you fill your professional pipeline with data that is available through Impala. From the second I started working with the team at Impala, I'm like, this is a wow. And the fact that I got to serve on the steering committee from the perspective of the fundraiser to be able to say, right, but this is, I think, what we need. This is how I think we'll use it. The fact that Impala was so receptive to the foundations, the program officers, the fundraisers, it is where the information is all put into one place. So when I had a client that was using Google search and putting in keywords, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. No, that's like needle in a haystack stuff. And no, but if we can go into Impala and put in the keywords, we're going to get a list of donor prospects. I also learned about the sort of adjacent funding. So if you are in a certain nonprofit sector lane, you're able to see who is donating or who the people are that are giving in that area. And it's like a one-stop shop. I speak to professionals a lot, and when they know about Impala, like we're all converted. We're all converted. And again, this is in that foundation space where you have made it so that all the information is living in one space. And I'm really grateful. Okay, so this nonprofit was provided to me by Sierra, the team at Impala, and I have never seen this profile before, so I am just going to use it the way that I use it with clients that I work with. So we have raw art works, and we see from the overview who they are and that they have a very recent 990. What I look for is who are their funders. So here we are, we're clicking on who are the funders of raw art works. Now, there's 14 pages of funders, 10 a page. We've got 140 funders. I like to say, I like to start in the back of the bus. Why? That's where the fun kids are, in the back of the bus. It's where you always find me. But the front of the bus is often filled with donor advised funds or larger, like the United Way. We're not going to go to the United Way. If it's a donor advised fund, we're probably not going to be able to unpack who that is. A community foundation is going to be sort of a pass through. We won't be able to find that. So I go to the back because in the back, we're going to see, and this is a great one, American Tower Foundation. So they gave raw artworks $25. The year they gave away 10 million. Okay, we're not even playing. And they gave the $25 in 2019. But now let's look at American Tower Charitable, and they're still in the game. In 2023, they had a 990, and they gave away 1.5 million that year. Now, I like to look at the insights on this particular donor. So the $25 is low for the 100 first year, the 250 second year, 300 third year. This is not someone that's giving, they're giving to a lot of organizations, but we see years in portfolio. There's a lot of new. There's 1,000 new, but you see grant sizes under 5,000. I wouldn't necessarily deploy a senior level fundraising professional to this because you see the majority of their grants are under 5,000. Very, very generous people, but I do think that we can find others that might be giving more. So let's go back into the back of the bus. Let's just randomly pick screen 12. So now I'm looking for, we see under 1% of their philanthropy given to our nonprofit. And I'm looking for, let's say, a foundation that's giving away millions, but gave us 2,000. So let's just check here on this foundation. And in 2021 and 2023, we got $1,000. Beautiful. However, if we go into the profile of the foundation, we're going to see that there's a first year median grant of 5,000 and a second year of 5,000, which says to me that this 1,000 was a transactional gift. Not sure how it was secured. Somebody on the development team needs to talk about how that gift was secured. And then we need to reach out to a board member or another team member to ascertain their passion, talk to them about a new gift for 2025, and see if we can move to a transformational gift. Because looking at the insights, you've got a $5,000 median first year, second year, and third year. So our gift of $1,000 is just way under that median. Again, it was probably transactional. Now, there's a great opportunity here because I would believe just about everyone listening to this knows about a crowdfunding campaign and or a mail appeal campaign and or that Giving Tuesday, or I'm in Colorado, Colorado Gives. You can data mine these individuals or find out where the gifts come from foundations, because all of those gifts are transactional. And what Impala allows us to do is, again, to go into some of these gifts, and there's going to be 2 or 3 on every single page. Here's a $6,000 gift from somebody that gave away 20 million. Here's a $6,000 gift from 196 million. These are your next major donors. They're right here. Now, if you assign this to me as a professional on your team, I would be like, let's dance, because you give me a warm lead portfolio and then I get to get busy. Now, what you have to do is stay constant to purpose. You have to make the calls. You have to make it your business to make the calls. The program officers will talk to us, and I have also discovered that some of the accountants who fill out the numbers will be very helpful to get you to the principal or the program officer if there is no website or contact information. What you have to do is just be a little bit courageous and willing to talk on the phone to get in touch with them. This will not be a communication that can happen by email. So we identify who are these prospects that gave transactionally or lapsed donors that I can reach out to try to cultivate a new relationship to move them to a capacity gift. Okay, so the top 3 things that I look for when I am inside of this database is under 1% of their philanthropy to the organization, less than 1%. So I look for that. In the giving insights, I look for the median gift, year 1, year 2, year 3. If it says $100 median gift, chances of you getting a 4- and 5-figure gift, probably not, because the giving insights tell us not. So I'm looking for under 1%. I'm looking for the median gift, and I'm looking for lapsed donors. They're everywhere in your database. The gift came in 2021, 2022, but we're in 2025. So what happened to those 2 years? And we know the story. The number one reason people don't give is nobody asked. And if we're not focused on the foundations because we're only focused on the individual donors, we're definitely missing them. So those are the 3 things that I'm looking for. So my first piece of wisdom for the newbies is be fearless, be authentic, and get a coach. Know expert player is on the field without a coach. If you're new to the industry and the management that you're working with does not have time to train and supervise you, there are opportunities outside that network to get a coach. I have many to this day, coaches that are helping me advance in philanthropy, advance in my business, but it's been critical. And actually, there is something that says that in the Through the Glass Ceiling books, it talks about women's networks, men's networks. They network. There's certain people that network naturally. Build your network and get a coach. That would be one piece of advice. If you're new, it is practice makes perfect. You can't get good at this without doing it. You can't just academically hear me say this and not do it and get really good at it. You have got to jump in and do it. And then for the more seasoned professionals, I would say that sometimes we create a rut, like the carriage is. The more the carriage goes on the same path, the deeper the rut. You have to get up and over the rut. And AI is our friend, and this is absolutely a tool that can advance our nonprofits. So for the newbies, get courageous, lean in, be authentic, and if you can, get a coach. For those seasoned professionals, we got to get up out of that rut because time and technology are moving very quickly and we want to keep up. I always say, I'm desperately afraid that I'm going to become a dinosaur. I don't want to be a dinosaur stuck in the tar pits. So I will keep trying to keep up with the advances in technology that are available to us today.